All right, welcome, welcome. We are live on YouTube. We are live here. We are live with Dr. Sherrie. So, welcome, welcome. Today is an amazing day. I have an amazing thing that we are going to be talking about. We are talking about how to write a book, how to make millions. We are going to be sharing all of the secrets, all of the tea. This is Noelle, Randall, real estate millionaire, entrepreneur, mentor, speaker, best-selling author, thanks to the person that is on this screen with you guys. So I am a best-selling author. I have made hundreds of thousands of dollars in just a matter of weeks off a book. You know what I mean? And so what we're going to be showing you is because I did this completely wrong in the beginning. I have made so many mistakes. And so this video here, this lesson here, what we are going to be talking about today is going to be how you can do this. Because more than anything, I, Noelle Randall, want to make sure that not only am I coming up here and sharing and showing you guys all of these amazing things that I have done, but I want to share with you the real people that helped me get this. Noelle did not do any of this by herself. I have amazing people that, I just believe in the law of attraction, that they just attract amazing people to myself as I become more amazing. And so this is another amazing lady that I have here, Dr. Sherrie Walton. I brought her on my YouTube before and we shared some secrets, but this is a full lesson. Dr. Sherrie is actually just going to spill the tea in this video. This is a full lesson with Dr. Sherrie Walton, Walton Publishing. She is the publisher of 2 of my Amazon best-selling books. This book literally hundreds of thousands. We made hundreds of thousands with a new one coming out. I have other books that I have sold nothing compared to what Dr. Sherrie has showed me. I have written books literally the hard way, done it the wrong way. Dr. Sherrie showed me the right way. And this is how we make lots of money with our books. This is how we impact the world and just change things without doing a lot of work. So today is an amazing day. I am so excited. Welcome, welcome, Dr. Sherrie.
Thank you.
Are you excited?
Yes. Beautiful. You got me all excited already. I think you and I had literally have to just bring it down because we're always so hyped. We're ready to help so many people. We're ready.
Yes, we are.
So first of all,
who wouldn't be hyped with this situation? Like, come on, you see this little sticker here? I remember I was like, oh my gosh, I'm a bestseller. And you do this all the time, so it's not a big deal for you. So we could just get right to it because you are amazing. We have a lot of great information to share. You are going to tell them the tea. This is not going to be some fluff hour where we're just talking about all the amazing things Noelle did. Dr. Sherrie is going to share with you the secrets on how she did this. So please stay to the end. Make sure you guys have your pen and your papers out. This is a true lesson. Get your pen and your papers out. Dr. Sherrie, I'm going to turn it over to you and you can just get started because you are amazing and they need to know how to do this because it's easy and it's a lot of money.
Awesome. Well, first of all, I just want to hit a quick thank you. It's hard for me to come on this platform and not say thank you. Thank you for your time. Thank you for just being an amazing soul and a beautiful person. I really, really appreciate it. Honestly, it's been a pleasure working with you. So yes, we're going to dive on in. We're going to talk to people today. And you know what? Before we get deep in, we want to give some shout outs. We want to know where people are listening from. I'm in Barbados right now. So this is an international. I have some of my people from around the world that are watching this. So please chime in and let us know where you're listening from. We want to give you a shout out. So put your name, put where you, and we will be giving you some random shout outs. You never know. You may get a prize just for participating, right? Everything is about participation. So definitely want to give you all the shout outs. And as we begin, while you all are putting your name in the chats and saying where you're from, I want to just start, anyone that has been a part of anything that I do, I always start with the story. And in particular, when it comes to writing a book, I think about my particular story. My story was that I ended up moving to Houston with my family. And we'll talk a little bit about that when I talk about my journey. But when I moved to Houston, I was in the process of looking for something in my email, my inbox. And as I was scrolling in my inbox, I noticed something that said, Sherrie's book, ... And I said, what is this? So I go in and I look into the email, embarrassed to say that I had started a book 4 years ago, 4 years before that date. And I had that book sitting in my inbox with 70 pages of a book. And I tell that story because One, I wasted so much time. I wasted so much time. I didn't realize that the book was sitting there. I didn't understand the value of my voice. So I wrote the book, and it was literally, I didn't think it was that important, apparently, because I didn't get it out to the masses. But I find that there are so many authors in that very same predicament. They started a book, they didn't finish it. They picked it up again, they got frustrated with the process, they put it to the side. So when I started this program, it was because I really can relate to what that means to want to do something, but not know how to birth it, want to put something together and not know the necessary steps. So that's why when we said today, we're spilling the tea, it's because I have met so many frustrated authors that are looking for answers. So we are going to be giving them some answers today. So as we start, I want you to just think about where you are in your writing process. Some of you may be thinking about writing. Some of you may have already started writing. Some of you may have written a book that did not do well at all. And now you realize that maybe I need to go back to the drawing board and I need to fix this up and start it again. I want you to know that this is for you, no matter what level that you are in. You do not have to have any writing experience to be able to write a best-selling book. So as we're talking today, I want you all to take a moment and just really think about what it will feel like to be able to birth your book. I like to call myself a midwife of books, a midwife of purpose. So today we're literally going to go in the birthing room. And this is for men and women. I know we think about women with birthing, but men understand that process. We all in life give birth to something. And I want you to take some time to think about the pain that has caused you not fulfilling your dreams, not walking in your purpose, not writing that book. Yet your book is going to solve a solution to someone's problem. So I want you to think about that as I go ahead and dive into the presentation today. So just give me a moment. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen.
And while she's doing that, shout out to Daytona Beach. We got Daytona, Atlanta. We have Houston. We have, let's go through. Let me see some more. We got Philadelphia. Got some people in Pennsylvania. A lot of people in Pennsylvania. Got some New York. Got some, let's keep going. Hello. Oh, we got people in Barbados. Cha-ching from Texas. Shout out to Texas, of course. Love Texas. We got actually, oh gosh, so many people from Texas, like places in Texas I haven't even seen, Baltimore, of course. Shout out to you in Baltimore. So I love it. Keep typing where you guys are from because it doesn't matter. This is the good thing. Sometimes when I'm teaching on real estate, people are like, oh, where are you? But this is like, you can write a book, you could be anywhere, literally. And once you write your book, you can really go anywhere. So I'm so excited. So keep it coming, guys.
Absolutely. And we will talk a little bit about making this an international and global brand. You, Noelle, have a Spanish version of your book that's coming out this month. So I do want people to understand that when we talk about books, it's so much bigger than us. It's so much bigger than our immediate community. It's so much bigger than that. But let's go ahead and get in. So this is top secret. We're going to be, like Noelle mentioned today, we're going to be spilling some tea, secrets to writing your best-selling book, even if you're not good at writing. Right? Who thinks about that? Who thinks about an author that's not good at writing? But you don't have to be good at writing to write a best-selling book. And I'll tell you a little bit about what that means, okay? So let's go ahead and get started and just bear with me as I am working through my PowerPoint here. So we're going to say, today I'm giving you the top 5 secrets to help you write your best-selling book by leveraging what you already know. Let me repeat that. I'm going to give you secrets, the top 5 secrets to help you write your best-selling book by leveraging what you already know. So as we go in today, let me just talk a little bit about why I'm qualified to teach this. Those of you that have not worked with me in the past, you may wonder, okay, who is this lady? I know Noelle has spoken well of her, but exactly who is she and what does she do? Well, you can see just by some of these different things that I've been featured, ABC News, CEO Mom, Fox News, Essence.com, the Christian channel, the networks. I have been around the world globally with the message, helping people understand not just about writing their book, but building a brand and a business. I've also started a Mommy and Me Dream Bigger tour, which I started back in 2016. I think that was right around the time, or 2017 is when I met Noelle.
Yes.
2016.
Yes, I love the Mommy and Me. Love the Mommy and Me. Yes. So powerful.
So you know that we have been on this movement to awaken people. And I believe that books do just that. So I'm qualified to teach it because of these reasons, but also I help you make money with it. I mean, we're going to be talking about what Noelle has been able to do, but she's not the only author that is making big dollars with her book. I've also helped over 30 plus authors become Amazon bestseller in less than 6 months. So we are literally on a roll because we have found a formula, a secret formula to help you put together a book that people want to read. Let's slow down in that just a little bit, because it's one thing to write a book, it's one thing to have an idea for a book, but who wants to read it? And why do they want to read it? Like, you know, there's many stories. Everybody has a lot of story. Everyone has thought about starting a business to come back from failure, setback. What's so different about you that will make people want to read your book so that you can become an Amazon bestseller? But if you stick with me, if you stay through this program, you're actually going to hear what makes you different. So we're going to be giving out some gifts also throughout. There's a free gift. We'll be putting up the website for that, so you all can be able to download your free gift. You write it is an ebook that I have put especially for you to help you write your book in 90 days. 90 days. So the book that you have been sitting with for the past few years, we're going to help you write it in 90 days, but you got to stick with us. This is something for people that are committed to the process. There is a process behind this. So if you're listening right now, sit back and relax. There's going to be a lot of information that we're going to be talking about today. I also want to help you today if you have been thinking about writing a book and you don't know where to start. So we're going to go through all of that today, okay? So let me keep going. Oh, another thing I always like to add, that I actually practice what I preach, right? So this is my own Amazon best-selling book, and you see #1 new release. So everything that I have learned over the years, everything that we have put into the system is because it is tried and true and it works. And Noelle can attest to that. Like she said, that there were two books that, yes, your 2 books came out and they were Amazon bestseller because of the formula that works for this. But not only mine, there are others. As you can see on the screen, there's at least 5 or 6 authors that are Amazon bestsellers. I even have an author to the right that we wrote 3 of her books where she's on Good Morning Dallas. So not only are we helping you become Amazon bestseller, we are helping you create a book that will put you on a global platform, a platform that media wants to come and interview you on. And each one of these books are written about something totally different. You don't literally have to write a nonfiction book or just a book about your life. There's so many things that you can write a book about. So in the top left-hand corner, at least my left, the Amazon bestseller by Terry Coleman, 7 Days to Reboot Your Thoughts, Unlock Your Wealth. That is a book about finance. She Who the Sun Sets Free talks about a woman that has recovered from infertility. Lassandra's book, Uniquely You, talks about wearing so many masks. Cortina's book, she is a licensed psychologist, so she talks about the journey to that. You Are the Sheriff of Me-Town. I'm saying this because there's so many different books that can become Amazon bestsellers. So you may say, well, that's easy. You know, you help Noelle write a book about business and real estate. Of course people want to read that. I'm showing you that people want to read all types of books. People need what you have. As we continue to go, so let me just give you a little bit more of my credentials. I'm a United Nations Ambassador at Large, again, a best-selling author. I love, out of all of these titles, wife and mom. I'm a wife of going on 19 years next month, a mom of 3. For the past 7 years, I've been helping busy professionals unlock their purpose. For the past 4 years, I've helped authors write their books in 90 days and sell 200% more books than the average new author while creating a global brand. I've helped clients as young as 9 years old, plus 65 years old to become bestsellers. I also am a part of organizations where I oversee around the world. Shout out to my people in Barbados and the Daniel and Esther Network, which I oversee with networks in Sierra Leone, Israel, Jamaica, India, Dubai. I am in all of these countries, you all, and I am just a little girl from Miami, Florida, right? That just had a dream to go so much bigger than what I saw. I believe the same thing is going to happen to you once you tap in to you writing your best-selling book. That's me getting my PhD. So you see that there. That picture in the middle is me in China. I am actually at my client's launch. Unapologetically Black in China. Shout out to Dr. Sherrie. She helped me go global because I had a dream and a prayer to connect with someone in China. And I literally connected with her through a Facebook connection, and we were able to write her book. In China, I went for the book launch of her book, and an amazing opportunity. That's me with the Power Mom. So I help women find their voice, even if they're not really ready to write a full book. I help them write their stories and the compilations. So there is so much, right? I feel like I'm saying, I do this, I do that, I do this, I do this, but I'm really trying to tell you, I'm no different than you. I'm no different than you. I did not wake up one day and all of this just magically happened for me. That's not the way that my life worked. But I will tell you that I continue to tap in. I continue to say there's so much more. The same that I want you to do today, to understand that your book is going to expand you into global territories. So this is my life now, but then I'd like to talk about what my life used to be. If you heard the other interview that I did with Noelle, I talked about how my family had survived homelessness and how there were a few different financial setbacks in my life that caused me to question whether I was really amazing, question whether or not I was called to walk into my purpose, question the very existence of who I was. So as I started preparing for this today, I thought about all the different times, because when you think about the highs, you also have to remember the lows, right? You have to remember where you came from. You have to remember the journey. And when I look at this Dollar Tree, logo, I remember the time that I first discovered, while my family was living in a hotel, I first discovered that the Dollar Tree sold food. I didn't know that the Dollar Tree sold food, but that particular time.
I'm not gonna lie, but I know that as well from my broke days.
The Dollar Tree sold food, they sold Pampers, everything I needed at that time, and we did not have more than a few dollars. We stretched. And I think about those times because those times honestly built me. They helped build my character. They helped build my strength. I want you to think about those vulnerable times. You may actually be in a vulnerable time right now. You may actually be experiencing something right now. But as you listen to my voice, I want you to see the possibilities. I want you to see if she can do it, if she can go from buying groceries at the Dollar Tree, right, to be in front of me today, to be sitting in the islands, to be doing this overseas. Surely this can happen for me. So who is this for today? This is for busy professionals who have considered writing a book, but they don't think they have the time. Now, I'm not going to chime in. I'm not going to bring Noelle in on this because this actually was her. She thought that she did not have the time to become a best-selling author, and I said, you absolutely do. But that's many of my clientele today. I know that it takes a lot to write a book. I know that it takes time to write a book, but like we mentioned to you before, there is an easy system to get it done where you'll realize that you actually do have the time to get it done. So this is for you if you feel that way. This is also for you today. This talk for you today is for you if you're ready to build or boost your brand, increase your profitability, and expand your global influence. That was a particular desire that was of my heart. So if that's something that you see, if you see yourself talking to women in Nigeria, if you see yourself talking to people from Costa Rica, if you see yourself talking to people around the world that appreciate your message, then this is for you. I think about a client that I connected with while I was in China. Her name is Tracy. And Tracy, by way of trying, she was from Zimbabwe. So when I connected with her, she told me that she really wanted to write her book. She wanted to grow her brand. When Tracy and I met, she had the idea of writing the book, but she had no idea what it would take to actually be able to write a book. And within that book, she was able to tell me her story of shame, her story of setback and delays. And because we were able to connect, not only did she find healing and freedom through her story, she built her nonprofit organization that was allowed her to go global just because she received the confidence that she needed for finally telling a story that she had carried for over 38 years. It was such a sad and depressing story, but when she wrote about it, she found the freedom and the hope to build her brand globally. This is for you if you feel that way. This is also for you if your book that you've already written was a complete flop in the past. And as a result, you've told yourself that being a best-selling author and building a platform isn't for you. Can we say those are all lies? It doesn't even matter what your first book did, your second book did. When we get to the talking about selling and marketing your book, you can actually sell a book that you've already written, but we can tweak it in a way that we make sure that people are ready to hear your message. So does anyone resonate with this? Talk to us in the chat. Have you been looking to write a book? Have you been considering writing a book? Are you looking to do something different in telling your story or build a brand? Can you talk to us in the chat so that we can know who do we have in the house? Is this message for anyone today? Busy professionals, people that have had an idea for years. Who are?
Oh my gosh, there are so many people on this live, Dr. Sherrie. So many. Awesome. Oh my gosh. So I see so many different people are like, I have a book. There was already people that were typing that. It's funny. You got a lot of people from Miami, Fort Lauderdale, Hollywood. I see like a lot of people from we're from hey, Dr. Sherrie. So yes, God is amazing. Kimberly Gay says, and Rosie is she's from Vegas and she has a book that she is writing. So it's funny. People are like, yes, they have an idea for a book. I just keep typing in the chat, you guys. Just keep it kind of going. Do you feel like you could write a book? Because it's so funny. Most of the people that think they can't, they have great stories, and that can be a book. You don't have to be a great writer. And I know you're going to get to that point because most people think, well, I failed English, or, I hated writing in school, so I can't write a book. And I know you are about to tell them the truth, because the truth of the matter is I thought I was a good writer and my book didn't sell. So, so you keep going.
Yes, we will talk about it, but it's all in how you tell the story. It has nothing to do with your writing ability. Do you have a story that solves? So we will talk about that as we keep going. So thank you all for chiming in. Again, I mentioned to you all before that there is a free gift. Write it, tap into your power, and write your best-selling book in 90 days. We have a freebie for your ebook. So if you would just go right now to www.drsherriesgift.com, you'll be able to get that. That will come in your email, an electronic version of that ebook. You want to get that ebook. Things that we'll be talking about today, you actually can read along in that ebook and just follow along with some of the things that I mentioned today and highlight the areas where you know that you need help. So again, the freebie today is at www.drsherries, SHERRIES, gift.com. So let's keep going. So my question to you is, do you believe that there is a bestseller book on the inside of you? Do you believe that there is a bestseller on the inside of you? And would you benefit from having someone guide you through the process of writing your book step by step? Wouldn't that be amazing? I know it would have been amazing for me. My first book was a flop because I did not have the system that I have today. So if you would benefit from someone guiding you through the process of writing the book, write it in the chat. Yes, I need help. Yes, I need direction. Yes, I need to know what to do next. And we're actually going to be answering those questions before we close out today. Are you a professional ready to unlock your purpose and show up in the global marketplace as a subject matter expert? Are you a motivational speaker, mentor, or coach looking to create additional revenue streams in your business? Now, I want to pause there for a minute because we all start from different areas. Everyone is not writing a book about their lives. Some people are writing books about business. Some people are writing books about cooking. Some people are writing different experiences to help people along their journey. No matter what you're doing, I always say that you need to connect your book with your brand. So whatever you want to be known for, that is what you write about. And we'll talk a little bit about that as we continue to go. But I do know that one of the challenges of many first-time authors is they don't know what to write about. They have so many different topics. They have so many different experiences that they don't know how to bring it all together. We're going to talk about that today. Okay, so if you answered yes to any of these questions, you, my friend, are in the right place. And I'm going to learn how to work this new mouse today. So just bear with me just a little bit. So at the end of our time together, I am guaranteeing you that you are going to have an awakening of where you are right now. You're also going to be a little bit clearer about the solution that you're. You're going to have the confidence to know that you can get it done. Literally, I believe you can still get it done this year. I'm teaching you how to do this in 90 days. So the steps that you can do can be implemented today. As a matter of fact, I want you to take all this excitement and enthusiasm when we're finished with this call, and I want you to start mapping out what your best-selling book is going to look like. Let's keep going. I'm working a new mouse here, so bear with me. The truth is, only 3% of people that want to write a book actually do it. I hate to be the bearer of bad news. 97% of people that say they want to write a book, they never write the book. Even worse, most authors sell no more than 500 copies of their book. Now, when you talk about that you want to make an impact globally, can you make an impact selling only 500 books? I mean, I applaud you that if you sold 500 books, but don't you know that there are so many people that want to connect with you? So I realized that the reason that most authors are suffering, the reason that most authors are not finishing their books is because they don't know how. They're frustrated. They're going through different cycles and they're going through different circles. And they're not really clear on what the book needs to be, who it needs to capture, the vision of the book, all of the things that we're talking about today, they're not clear on those. So if you are guilty of being in that 97% of non-finishers, those that don't complete their book, I want you to say right now in the chat, I will finish my book this year. Let's come into agreement with this. I will finish my book this year. Make a commitment that you're going to get it done. Okay, so let's go ahead. Now I'm ready to get into the meat of this. I've told you who this is for. I've talked to you. We've connected. I know where you're listening from. So let's go ahead and get into these top secrets of writing your best-selling book. I mentioned today at the beginning of this slide that I'm going to give you 5 top secrets, and these are some shifts that you need to think about. These are some shifts that you need to say, okay, I need to make some tweaks on what I've been thinking about. So one thing that many first-time authors fail at is writing a book that no one is interested in but you. I know, that sounds mean, right? Even though I said it with a smile, that sounds pretty mean for me to say that, like you're literally writing a book that no one cares about. Like, of course, you're passionate because it's your story. So you think everyone else should be just as passionate about your story too? That's just really not how it works, right? So I want you to think about this. As you think of your story, as you think of your book, the first thing I want you to think about is what solution does your book bring? The way to combat writing a book that no one else is interested in but you have to think about the solution that your book solves. And when we talk about solutions, everyone here has something that they can offer. So, and I don't have enough time to talk about all the different authors that we've worked with to help them scope this message. So I'm just going to bring one to the forefront. This is Anthony Odunsi. He is an Amazon best-selling author. And Anthony had a story about his time playing basketball. And if you look it up right now, you can see the book being sold. He's doing amazing with the book. He actually had the foreword by Johnny Bryant, who was the New York Knicks coach, to endorse his book. He talks about his journey as a basketball player, but a basketball player starting from middle school and elementary school and all of the different things that he experienced and the pressures of wanting to commit suicide because of the pressures that came along with basketball. Now, so when he came to me and he had actually already written his book and we were going into the publishing stage, but then we had to take just a little pause, go back and rework some things, because my question to him was, this is a great story, but who wants to read it? Who are you helping? What are you solving? So at the end of his book, after we started making some tweaks, you can go back and see that we put together a lessons learned at the end of his book. That particular nugget, and I just gave you all a nugget right there, so I hope you're paying attention. He talked a memoir of his book. He took us through the details of his book, but at the end, we tied it in for lessons learned. So that turned it from just a story to a teaching method that now opened more opportunities for him to go and speak and do things and platforms that now he can take this message, because the book isn't just about him. It's about who he's going to help. Now, this is his testimonial. I'm thankful for you and your guidance through this process. Without you, I couldn't have made such a great piece. I pray that God lets this book reach the people it's supposed to reach and fulfill its destiny in the marketplace. So I just gave you a top secret there. I just told you that writing a book that no one else is interested in but you, the way you can tweak it is to bring in a component that allows people to see themselves in your story and understand the lessons in your story. So what lessons does your story solve? And no matter what you're talking about, you'll tell us what lessons your story solves. Another thing, which is a top secret, is that too many people are trying to write topics in one book. Now, when you have life experiences, you want to write about everything, right? You've gone through trauma, you may have gone through a divorce, you may have rebuilt your life again. You want to cram it all in one book, everything you've experienced. Well, that's not a good idea. And the reason that I say that is you can give people too much information overload, that the book just seems chaotic and all over the place, right? So I always like to say, don't try to cover too many topics in one book. That is a secret that I give to my authors, because when you do that, you have a hard time connecting to an audience because they don't even know what your brand is.
Oh my God, Dr. Sherrie, can I just jump in here and say to the audience, because they need to hear. This is one of the things you taught me that was amazing and really did help me sell so many more books. Like the first books I had all this information, and that was one of the first things that you did. Like, okay, this is 6 books, girl, not 1. And so that's another thing that I don't think people are getting, but hopefully they're writing this down, trying to cover too much topics. But the fun part is you can end up with lots more books that you can make lots more money on. So I'll let you keep going.
Absolutely. So I would always say, go at your low-hanging fruit first. You say, okay, well, I have too many topics, but what should I write about? And you should write about that topic that connects you with the brand that you're building right now, the business that you're building right now, the people that you want to connect with right now. And that's how you decide how to streamline your topic. This was Mia. And Coach Mia, she came to me and we helped write her book. And I'm going to move quickly through this because I know this time starts to move and I want to make sure they get all of the topics today. Mia had a book on the inside of her, but she didn't know how to write the book. She hadn't clearly identified her purpose. She didn't know what she was going to write about. We honed in on what I just said. we found the topic that related to where she was taking her brand. And because we wrote her book, it was so well received that she's now landed several media interviews. She speaks at colleges and schools. She secured a contract to sell her books with the largest military base in the United States. Can we say go Mia? Anyone else looking to sell their books around the world with a large audience just by telling your story? And she launched her women's group. You see, she also wrote a testimonial. I'm not going to read through these testimonials. The reason that I'm talking to you about these case studies is you can understand there are writers just like you that have had the same problems that you've had, that were able, with our help, to put their books together in a way that they're now able to connect with their ideal clients. So kudos to you, Mia. Now, this is another top secret that I want to talk about. Thinking you don't have the time to write a best-selling book. I'm not going to bring in Miss Noelle on this because this was the first thing she told me. I don't have time. And two Amazon bestsellers, two Amazon bestsellers later, we didn't take much of her time, right?
Right.
Can you attest to that?
I am reformed. I know you are the expert. That's why I'm letting you talk, because I didn't know what I was talking about.
And listen, guys, while you're on here now, so this is a good time to go get your free gift, drsherriesgift.com. But yeah, most authors think they don't have time, and I get it. You know, I mentioned to you all before, I'm a mom. I run a few businesses. I'm global. I'm actually, my family and I are in Barbados right now. We've been here for 8 months, so that caused a shift in what we're doing. But even still, it has not stopped me from writing my book. Right, going bestseller this month, helping other authors be able to do things, because you do have the time, you just don't have the right structure. So it seems like you don't have time because you're actually wasting time with your book, but we'll talk about that a little bit later. So I'm going to say another thing that authors have: no accountability and no defined, clear book goals. And I'm going to actually come back to a case study about the time, but I want to move through this a little bit quickly so that you can say, I want you to say, okay, that relates to me. I don't think I have enough time. Well, Dr. Sherrie, I do have a lot of topics and I'm all over the place. Like, I don't know what's going on. Another reason, another secret to why authors are not creating and selling their best-selling books is because they have no accountability and no defined book goals. Any successful person tells you that they have to set goals. But why is it when it comes to your book, you have no estimated completion date? Why do you not know how many words you need to write a day? Why do you not know? Why do you not have a time schedule? Why are you not, if this is something that's important to you, you know, I get a lot of people that says, oh, you know, I know that it's my time. I have the faith to do this, to move on that. But why haven't you put it in your schedule? Why haven't you said it? It's because you don't have any accountability. And with anything, sometimes we need a coach, right? I believe in coaching in every area of my life. That may be the thing that you're missing. You're excited about it. Maybe you've worked on your topics, but you don't have a clear end date. So if you don't set a clear end date, clear goals for this book, guess what? You're going to be a part of that 97% that we talked about. If you don't have a clear marketing strategy for this book, and of course, we're going to bring in on the queen of that, Noelle, to talk about that a little bit later. But if you don't have a clear strategy, this is why you're not selling any books. This is why you're not finding any success. So this is Danny. I love Danny. Danny is super sweet. Danny I believe she's a clinical psychologist. She is in Florida. She said she wanted to write a book for the last 2 to 3 years, and working with Dr. Sherrie helped me easily and quickly achieve that goal. We set a timeline. I just said that. We set a timeline and we got it done in 3 months. Dr. Sherrie is experienced, knowledgeable, approachable, and has great international relations, which showed me that she is the ideal person to not only support me in getting my book done, but also spreading my message to the masses. Listen, she was an Amazon bestseller. She did exactly what I just said. We set a timeline and we got it done in 3 months. That's the only thing, that's one of the amazing things about this program. I'm working with my clients. I help you get it done in 90 days. If you don't have the accountability, you will delay your finish if you ever even finish at all. I'm going to spend just a little time on this particular one, and then I'm going to move quickly so that you all can just make sure. I hope you're taking notes. Is any of this resonating to you? Are you thinking like, okay, yeah, this is some of the areas I have to set a clear timeline? Listen to this one. You are indeed the subject matter expert, and people will pay you top dollar for your expertise, even without a huge following. However, writing a book doesn't magically unlock doors. You must have the blueprint and coaching and know where to sell, how to sell, and what to say to move those books and get booked to speak. Now, one thing that I want to just add in that, I talked to you earlier about that you are the solution to someone's problem. Because you are the solution, it qualifies you to be a subject matter expert. Now, a subject matter expert does not mean that you have a degree in it. It does not mean that you probably even have a certification in it. What it means is you have proven results. Let's say you're writing a book on raising children. You have proven results that you have raised successful children. Now you have become a subject matter expert. When you get that freebie, I talk a lot about that, understanding who you are, understanding your voice, understanding who you are connected with, and identifying yourself and having the confidence to understand that you are a subject matter expert. There are so many things, I'm not going to go into the genres of books that are selling right now. That's also in that free handout. So anything in there, I'm not going to talk about here. So you make sure that you go ahead and get that. But just understand this. What I want you to understand is that you are a subject matter expert in your field. This is Natasha. Natasha she was an assistant city manager when I connected with her. And it's so funny, she and I connected on LinkedIn. And I was talking to her, I was pitching my services to her at the time. And she said, well, I don't really know what I can write a book about, but we'll see. And I said, okay. So I had a conversation with her, and I realized that leadership kept coming at me, like what she had done in the government, serving in the government, and the lives that she had helped. I said, you should definitely write a book about leadership. So we worked together on her book, High Heel Leadership. And I also told her, because I knew it, I just saw it, that she was going to be able to go global with this book. So not only did she not know what she should write about, because she wasn't really sure what she was going to do about writing the book, she then was able to see global manifestation. So this is a flyer of her going to China to speak at an international conference, just as we were getting ready to launch her book. She's also built a brand around it. So a shout out to Natasha that went ahead and said, okay, although I don't know what I'm going to write about, I know that I'm a subject matter expert in leadership. In this book, she has now even created a scholarship, a Girls in Government, a scholarship. Can you imagine what you can do when you get out of your comfort zone? When you say, okay, no, I know that I can do more. I know that this book is going to impact so many people. This is Natasha's Girls in Government Scholarship Award. And I was so excited when I heard her talk about her high heel leadership. And as if you read up on it, you'll see that she references the book and high heel leadership and everything that she does. So, okay, let's take a breather. Let's take a breather, because this is probably where you are right now. Frustrated, confused. You're like, okay, this sounds very good, Dr. Sherrie. I got the tips. I understand the insider secrets. I understand that I'm a solution to someone's problem. I understand that I have to narrow it down the topic based on my low-hanging fruit. I understand that I can make the time if I set the goals and the accountability. I understand, but unfortunately, this is how I feel right now. Because I thought about writing this book. So many people have told me that there is a book in me. I should tell my story, but I'm tired because I don't know where to begin. I have good news for you. We have something that I have been working on just for you. I have been working on something that will help you not be frustrated with the process of writing a book. The book, honestly, should be enjoyable. The success of the book should be enjoyable. Think about the lives that you're going to change with your book. That, my friend, makes the moment enjoyable. So if you feel like this woman that is at the end of this race, that is tired and exhausted, I have good news for you. You don't have to keep doing it by yourself. We talked about accountability. We talked about connecting with the tribe. I really, really have been just working on something special to help you get over being frustrated with writing a book. I know that once you write the book, once you birth it, once you put it together, once you make a decision to get it done, things are going to change. I talked about Natasha. Doors open internationally for her. I talked about Anthony. I've given you so many different writers that said, okay, you know what? I'm going to push past. But they also used the keys that I mentioned earlier. They wrote a book that solved a problem. They weren't just selfish to write a book about themselves. Although the book included their stories and it included their experiences, they thought about who's going to read this book. They thought about their ideal reader. I talk a lot about clients that are not connected with their ideal reader. When I reach them or connect with them, I ask them who is going to read their book, who's their ideal client, and they say everyone. I'm writing this book for everyone, and I'm like, well, they're different audiences. Right. So someone in their 20s has a different experience in their 60s. So therefore, trying to write a book to reach everyone causes you to write a book that reaches no one. And then you end up looking like this young lady, tired and exhausted. But like I told you, we're not going to leave you there. So today, as we are going through, I want you again to look at the different authors, different things that we've done with them. I'm so excited that they listen to the lessons. They listen to how they can go ahead and write their book, and they did it. They worked and they followed. So I believe that I've delivered. I definitely want to hear you all in the chat about the top 5 secrets to help you write your best-selling book. Did any of those points help you? Did you think about maybe I was missing or, I didn't connect all? You may not be missing all 5, but were you missing any, right? Were you thinking about maybe, okay, I haven't been able to bring this together, but now some of the things that you're saying, some of the encouragement that you're giving me is telling me that I actually can get it done. So I want to make sure that I deliver. So if you can in the chat right now, go ahead and let me know what stuck out to you based on what we said. Is it connecting with your ideal reader? Is it narrowing down your topic? Is it having clarity? Is it finding the time? What is it that resonated most with you? Because I want to hear your frustration. I do talk to a lot of authors, and everyone is at different phases of the writing process, of the fact that you don't have to be you don't have to be a good writer in order to write a book. Like, what part of that works for you? Now, I mentioned before that everyone is not successful as they write a book. But writing a book is only 30% of the process of becoming an author. The other 70% includes selling and marketing your book and creating additional streams of income for your book. Now, I want to stop sharing this for just a moment because I want Noelle to come, because this is literally what she does best. She talks about selling and marketing. And the reason that we're here today is because we are connecting not only just with her audience, but bringing everyone to understand the possibilities of writing books. So Noelle, you have been successful, obviously, in writing your book. So tell them a little bit about that process and the fact that you had a clear goal for marketing and sales. Talk a little bit about that.
So that was the one thing that I could say that I did have better. Once I got a book that made sense, you know what I mean? I think that was more of what I needed. Like, okay, I need a good product. But everyone on the watching this knows Noelle Randall, knows I'm an entrepreneur, knows I do actually know how to market and sell things. And so one of the great things is once you actually have a product that is targeted, you know what I mean? Your book is about a specific thing, and you've thought about who you're going to sell it to before you wrote it, which is what some of the things that you taught me. It makes it really easy to actually start selling the book. I have some great funnels and people know about it. I'm going to tell it right here. Unequivocally, you can go get my book. My Real Estate Millionaire Secrets book. I have sold so many thousands of copies, made hundreds of thousands. I think we've made a lot of money with this book through selling it on our own and selling it through all of the different platforms, Amazon, Barnes and Noble, and all of the places where books are available. And one of the things that I do that is absolutely amazing, and I'm telling a big secret, is go to noellsfreebook.com. If you go to noellsfreebook.com, this book here, I created a way to sell it, and I give the book away absolutely free. You just pay for shipping, okay? So I ordered a whole bunch of these books, and I have a team, and we will ship them. You just pay for the shipping. But again, being completely transparent, If you want an audio of the book, if you want, I give you other copies of my book. I start making you other offers. So once I've gotten you to be interested in my free book, I am going to offer you things. Do you want to come to one of my classes? Do you want to come to my course? Do you want to get on my YouTube channel? Do you want to come to one of my events? Once you have someone interested in your book at all, they're interested in you and what you have. And so one of the things that's amazing is to make other offers. So from this free book, I usually make about $100 per person. Okay. And I hope you wrote that down and understand. So I'm saying this is a free book. You just pay for shipping. And then once I said, okay, you want to buy this, not everyone will take you up on your offer, but many people, I'm going to say, okay, you got my book now. Do you want to come to my event? 50% of you are going to say, yes, Noelle, I want to come to your event. I want to see you. Bam, now you bought a ticket. And I'm saying, okay, you're coming to my event. You might as well take one of my courses. Let me give you a big sale off of that. Here's half off or, 80% off. A never offer before type of deal when you get my book. And then people are like, okay, you know what? I've never seen her class or course, anything that cheap. And now I'm going to buy her course. So you ended up taking a free book where you're just going to pay for shipping. Now you paid for shipping. Now you've got the audio book. You got my other books. You come to my event. You bought my course. You're in my world now. And that's the power of a book. And that's the things that I can teach you. And then we have some other amazing things. So like Noelle, not bragging, but I have like blown up. I got CNBC and all these other places. So being connected to me and Dr. Sherrie, one of the things that we want to do is we do want to help other people do this. Like I said, I was rich before I even wrote this book, which is a great thing. But this is a great way for people that are not rich yet to start sharing their gifts, sharing their story, and become rich. You know what I mean? This is not all about just piling money in somewhere. This is about sharing your gift, sharing your story, and helping other people. And when you do that, the money will come. You don't even have to worry about that. So you write a good book with a good story and you really are solving someone's problem, Noelle can show you how to make money with it. So Dr. Sherrie shows you how to make a great thing, something that's powerful, something that represents you, something that you love. And then Noelle shows you how to sell it and make millions of dollars with it. That is my area of expertise. And again, you can literally, no secret, go to noellsfreebook.com and see one of the ways that I sell hundreds of thousands of books in a matter of weeks. And that is by creating some of these sales funnels. And again, we can do ads, we can do Instagram ads, Facebook ads. Like I haven't even touched that stuff where you just spend a little bit of money and it's just coming back. And remember, one more time, I give away this book for free and I make $100 per book on average. This book is not $100, y'all. Okay. So hopefully I wrote this down. Dr. Sherrie, keep going, because that is what we have for you. So Dr. Sherrie is going to help you with the 90 days. She is dead on. I am attesting, hand to the sky. 90 days, she has you a book in your hand that you can start selling, okay? And then here's a fun trick, and I'm going to take this even further. I teach you how to sell the book before she even done with it. She give me the cover. And because I know what the book is about. She's writing it, so we can get pre-orders going. I think on the first day, we had $30,000 with no book. Okay. And these are the things, and it doesn't have anything to do with Noelle's popularity or any of that. I've done this for other people and I did this before. This book is now almost a year old. So we have the other one. And I've done it the wrong way. Now I'm doing it the right way. And I want to help you. Dr. Sherrie wants to help you. I want you guys to start being able to work with the same people that I worked with. And I know many of you guys may think it's going to be super expensive. It's out of your league. Oh, Noelle was a millionaire. She found these people. But I've pleaded with them to make some of the things that they do more accessible to people, that are watching this. So we're going to do something amazing where you can at least learn this. And if you haven't worked with Dr. Sherrie and you don't get a chance to work with her, she's giving you some amazing information today. Hopefully you guys have a notepad full of notes, because I do, even stuff that I've forgotten that she told me. So you learned a lot today. I'm here to help you. Dr. Sherrie is here to help for you. And we're going to just tell you about just some quick next steps if you do want to if you're really ready to write that book.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, thank you for that. I know we didn't share your numbers today. We'll do that probably with your VIPs, but just
so in my VIPs, that is one of the things we will definitely share. So, and actually, you know what? Go ahead, you pull yours up. I'm gonna actually pull up something. I'm gonna do something I've never done before. I'm gonna pull up some of my numbers and I'm gonna share my screen. So you pull up yours and give me a second, because I said I'm gonna share and we're going for it. We're about to be ending in a few more minutes. So you tell them some things. I'm gonna show them my real number. I'm about to log in to one of my funnels and show y'all hundreds of thousands. Give me a second.
Well, while she is doing that, I'm gonna go ahead and just talk to you a little bit about what we're doing today. and the benefits and the outcome of working together with Noelle and I. As she mentioned to you, and you heard it straight from her mouth, the ability to give. She gave something away. She gave her book, her knowledge away. Now think about it this way. What we wrote her book on was based on what she already was talking about. She was already a subject matter in real estate. So it was something that came so easily for her. So when I talk about writing something about that you're an expert in, I want you to think about that thing that you do every day. Now, we have a program that we're going to be talking to about today before we close out. And in this program, we have over a 95% success rate. And the reason it's not 100% because there's a few people where life happens and they just tap out and say, okay, I have to pick up and start this again. And I understand that. I have a program that helps you write your book, your best-selling book, in 90 days. You heard that right. So we go from 3 years wanting to write this book to 90 days. How much different would your life be with a best-selling book in 90 days? How fulfilled would you feel that you have met a goal of writing your book? So the program that we're talking to you all about today, Noelle and I have teamed up because I knew the importance. It's one thing to write a book, but it's also another thing to sell and market the book and create the success that I know you deserve. So now we want you to teach you in this program how to leverage yourself as a marketplace expert. I'm going to be teaching you how to narrow down your topics. We're going to be giving you accountability. There are some things that you need to do, things that you need to learn. In this program, we're going to make sure that you are able to do it. And this is the Authors University. And you're hearing it first. This is literally a world premiere. This is a world launch because we're doing it for the first time. Yes. Noelle had mentioned that her audience is ready. And I said, okay, let's team up. Let's show them. Let's do it. So Authors University is launching and we're talking about it for the first time today. And this amazing program, we call it the Ultimate Authors Program. We're going to be giving you 10 training modules with lifetime access valued at over $6,000. Then we're going to give you the Author Shortcut Guide with easy to follow steps, shortcuts to writing your best-selling books that will create the revenue that you can dream of. That's valued at $1,200. Weekly group coaching call. Because I like the accountability. I want to connect with you. My team wants to connect with you. And those are valued at $1,500. You can turn your book into multiple streams. And that's a masterclass. Now, again, you write the book, but what are all of the additional revenue streams that you can create from that one book? That's valued at $950. And secrets to publishing your book. I'm giving you everything, guys, from A to Z. You got to write it, but then what do you do with it once you write it? If you're not going with a traditional publisher or a hybrid publisher like my company has, if you decide to self-publish, these are the things that we put together for you. Now, don't get distracted by this total value number because we're literally doing something special for Noelle's group that is watching us, those that are participating at this. So if this can help you, let us hear it in the chat. Do you need training modules to help you take your book from idea to full conception? Do you need writer's tip to overcome writer's block? Do you need to know how to outline your book and book map your book and put your reader on a journey so they have clarity in your message? If you need any of those are a part of the training modules. So shortcuts, weekly group coaching calls, turn your book into multiple streams masterclass, and secrets to publishing your book. And I'm going to pause there because I want you to talk a little bit about those sales before we go into the bonuses.
Yes. Okay. So let me share because I said I see you are so smart. That's why I just love you. I promise I found it. I pulled it up. Here y'all go. Like I said, I've never done this before. Like she said, she's launching this author thing. There's been so many people begging me to help. And like I said, this book has been amazing. Like it's sold so many copies. It's an amazing book. It's like the first book that I've ever had that sold really well. And it was to you, Dr. Sherrie. And so this is the Real Estate Millionaire Secrets, just so you see REMS, Real Estate Millionaire Secrets, because I'm giving y'all I'm telling y'all my business now. Look at the screen. This is really my ClickFunnels Here's the sales. I'm just going to show you just some sales real quick. And again, this is one funnel. We actually have several, but I'm just going to, this book launched in February. Okay. So I'm just giving you some stats, and I'm trying to, I don't want people names or anything. I'm trying to go real fast, so no one's information is shared. I don't want to compromise any of the people, any of my customers, their information. But you see, look right here, February. Let's just do February 1 until today. Okay. August 13th. That's today's date. There we go. Boom. And I'm just going to apply a filter and just show you just this one funnel, this one book, and those are the real numbers. There you go. Okay, so I'm gonna click off because it's always nervous to me when I share my business and tell y'all my real numbers. But like I said, I'm honest. That's one of the things that I think people love about me, and I do. That's why I only have a small group of people I mess with, because I just overshare. But those are my real numbers. It's actually a lot higher than that because there's another funnel. I'll even just share with you. I'll just go back just so you guys can see. Like, there's a lot of funnels and a lot of different ways that we sell different things. And I'm going to share you all. Like you said, once you have your book, you can make your course, you can make your class, you can make videos. We show you how to do all of that and turn this into millions of dollars. Like I said, the book is just one stream of income, guys. That's just one stream of income that we're going to teach you. And it's like creating this core thing that you have that you can go all throughout. So you see, we have lots of different courses, lots of different funnels. I'm not going to go through every single one, but just letting you know, we make millions. And this book, one book alone, you can easily get to six figures. You, with no fame, with just a small following, just following the steps, you really can. I'm not going to say you're going to put up millions like Noelle in a year, but you really can do. Even if, just think about it, even if you did 20%, you know what I mean? You don't do 300,000, you do $40,000 with your book. I mean, would you not take an extra $4 or $5 grand a month from book sales and then add to it the other streams of income? So this is super awesome. So I'm sweating now because I'm showing y'all my business. Like, back to you.
Listen, I didn't know you were going to overshare. You just overshared. So you even took me. I'm like, she's going on.
I'm like, do you do this? Do you do this? Let's do this. Ah!
Yeah, we got you oversharing over there. Let me stop my spirit for a second. Yeah, so, and I like that because it leads us to what we're going to talk about now, which is the bonuses that come along with this program. And like I said, I'm excited about them writing books, but I'm more excited about them selling the book. It makes no sense to have a message and no one hears it. So with this bonus of what we're doing today, Noelle is going to be including her video modules, Millionaire Marketing Secrets by Millionaire Coach and author Noelle Randall, and the Ultimate Book Sales Strategies. So those of you that think you need to write the book, but also sell the book, this is a bonus that's going to help you do that. Again, we've talked today, the Ultimate Authors Program is what we're launching through the Authors Academy. Training modules, shortcuts with easy steps to follow, weekly group coaching called Turn Your Books into Multiple Streams Masterclass, and the secrets to publishing your book. Even today, we're adding just a little bit more to that. The first 10 people that are part of this program today will personally get to write their book with me, meaning you will be accountable to me. I didn't play the video of someone saying how dedicated I am to making sure that you're writing your book and you get it done. But those of you all, and this is for today only, the first 10 people that are willing to say, okay, I'm raising my hand, I want to write the book, I want to learn how to sell the book. The first 10 people that are willing to raise their hand is going to personally work with me to write it. In the first 20, you'll be able to get a copy of my Amazon best-selling book, Help, I'm Pregnant with Purpose. Again, we're saying today only. Now, we had to do something special because Noelle says, listen, I want them to write, but I want to make sure that it's affordable for them. If you know Noelle, she loves her folks.
I do. I'm like, they need to all be where I am. I want to meet all of them.
So we're doing something special for this launch, and I say special because the price will be changing. We do give incentives to those that move quickly, those that understand that they're looking for life change right now, not next week. So we're doing a special today. So you saw the value, you saw what Noelle is giving you, you saw the bonuses that come along with it, you saw the for today onlys, but now we're doing a special offer of only $1,500 or 3 payments of $600. Again, this program, it will be available to you on August the 23rd, but after August 23rd, the price will change. So we're giving you all a week We're telling you today, make a decision, but a week is the only amount of time that you'll be able to sit on this price. There's so many things that we're giving away that we cannot keep it at this price, right?
And we already have thousands of people here, so it's already started. It's funny, it started, my phone already started dinging. So more people, like we just have to. So this is for serious people, because one of the, and I'll let you keep going, one of the bonuses, because it's amazing, because I am in on this. Like I said, I want to see more people share their book, their word. I'm really big on books. I even have a nonprofit around literacy. So this is so near and dear to my heart. So this is not something that we're going to be able to leave up forever, like Dr. Sherrie is saying. So, and we have, she has one more amazing thing. I don't want to overshare, but keep going. Y'all got to get in on this. This is crazy.
So as we get to the end, we're going to close out the bonuses that we have for you. You have your freebie. You have your 10 modules. We're adding the bonuses with Noelle. And then I'm also giving you an opportunity to personally work with me. And I just want to add in there, to work with me, generally it's about $7,000 on up. So for us to be putting this, the value of what I have, but even more so the value.
Say that proudly, Dr. Sherrie. You are amazing. You change people's lives. You make, like I said, they just saw my numbers. So, okay, think about this for a second. If I paid Dr. Sherrie $7,000, I just showed y'all how much money I made. So it's not even a question that this is worth something. And then this is a book that you can sell year after year after year. And then again, it feeds your courses, it feeds what you speak about on stage. And we just teach you so much. You can teach this stuff on webinars. You teach them. I don't want to go overboard, but working directly with you is like such a bonus that I'm sure we probably are, by the end of the hour, we'll have 20 people that are working directly with you, because working with you and being able to talk directly with you and that is just life-changing. You're quick with your coaching. Like, okay, here's what we're going to do. Here's a way. I'll do this. You just record this one little thing. I'll get it typed up, and we just keep moving. So there's amazing. I know people thinking they're going to be doing a lot of writing, and they're not. You are an amazing coach. You teach them some amazing stuff. It is not about sitting in front of a computer writing a book. That is not what this is about. This is about getting a book written and selling that book. So hopefully you guys are really clear. $600 is not a lot to get started. And then their monthly payments, again, no promises or guarantees that you'll be able to sell your book. But from the experience and the clients that you've worked with, and the clients that I've worked with, we're going to do everything in our power to make sure you well exceed your investment. We just want people that are invested and they're going to actually do it. There's no point in, signing up and coming to our Zooms and coming on meetings and talking to me if this is not what you want. But if this is what you want, you think you have any inkling of wanting to write a book, this is my person. This is Dr. Sherrie. I'm giving y'all something this is almost, I'm almost scared, like, oh my God, I just shared my secret weapon. So, but at the same time, I love sharing. So let's do it. Let's do it.
So we're going to give you the website. This is for you all to get started. Now, I am a type of person where I don't feel I need to convince people. Once you know that it resonates with you, know whether or not there's a connection, then you should be literally running this opportunity down. So the website to get started is ultimateauthorprogram.com. Again, that's ultimateauthorprogram.com. Once you enroll, once you sign up, the course will be launching on August the 23rd. You will have first-hand information. Again, this is a part of a global launch. And this is the first time, guys, that I have put myself in a course. I've put myself in modules. I put everything I speak, the language that I speak, the verbiage, the enthusiasm that I bring. You will find all of that on those modules. But even a part of that, I'm so excited about this partnership of what Noelle is bringing to the table to make sure that you are a successful author. And it does not matter what phase in the writing process that you are in, you can still be a part of the program that we're doing. So again, it's ultimateauthorprogram.com. A part of that, she kept saying about the giveaways, there is a shortcut, quick start to get you started that we will be rolling out to you. That's a part of our bonuses to make sure that you have all the tips and the tricks to be able to get it done. So that wraps it up for me, Noelle. I hope they're excited. I'm excited I'm passionate about helping people fulfill their book writing dreams. And before we close out, you can just say whatever words that you have, and I'll just go ahead and give it over
So we
to
have
you.
a couple of questions. I'm going to answer just a couple of questions before we end today, just because this has been amazing. And Dr. Sherrie, so one of the things that they asked for, if you could just say the name of your book again. That was one of the questions we got. I got my phone here, so I'm just trying to read. So if you can answer that one, we'll just take a couple of questions.
HELP, H-E-L-P, I'm Pregnant with Purpose. And it talks about being pregnant with purpose, knowing that you have been called to a life greater, but not knowing how to fulfill it. And talk to you about all the steps of how purpose has been showing up in your life, but you have not been following or catching the clues. So HELP, I'm Pregnant with Purpose.
I love it. I love it. And so, okay, so then people are asking where to apply. So we put it at the top of the chat box. So when the course starts and it has a link there. I just got another question that asked about the $600. Do they have to pay all of the payments before they start? That was one of the questions that we have. So the answer is no. But go ahead.
No, go ahead. Now, your team is doing an amazing job on the back end, so I'll let you answer that question.
No, so this is truly a payment plan. All of the $600 payments do not have to be made. You pay that $600, and yes, you are saying you're going to pay $600 per month, but then it's only 2 more payments of that $600. Again, this is a one-time offer. This is going to be coming down. This is a low special, but just think about it. For $600, you're actually in. You're started. You are in. Like when we start in a couple of weeks, so we are there, and that's all it takes. And I get that may be a lot for some people. Maybe it's not a lot for some of you, and those that it's not a lot for. This is like something you wanted to do. It's maybe a stretch for you, but it's a little. You should do it. I'm just being honest with you because it's a feeling. This is not, again, I'm not here to convince you. And if this is not something that you want to do, you would have clicked off a long time ago. That I already know. So now we're talking about what is it that we want and how do you start to get the things that you want? And this is how. I know sometimes someone makes an offer and you're like, oh man, I have to pay. Yeah, I know. Yes. We've given you a lot for free. You have lots of notes. If you don't do the course or the program, that's totally okay. I still think many of you can be successful. But if you're like, no, I really want to do this. I want to do this in 90 days. I want to get my book out. I want Noelle to help me. I want the opportunity to work with Noelle, meet Noelle, possibly come on her YouTube channel, talk to Dr. Sherrie, get her information, find out how I get my book as a best-selling author. I got one. If you know any of that and you're thinking $600 is standing in your way, then that you really got to think about that, because this is what you should be doing. If you're still able to pay your bills and eat, you got to start getting to your dream. You got to start living the life that you want to live. This is amazing to me. I want y'all to have the same feeling that I walk around with a book and it says Amazon bestseller. I make hundreds of thousands of dollars. I showed it to you. I can't believe it, but I did. And again, that's one of my books. I have several books, but I wanted to be really honest. And just the last one that we came out that Dr. Sherrie did, me kicking and screaming because I thought this should be one book. I thought the book should be a Bible. I was wrong. She told me what it should be. It's consumable. It has charts, it recaps. There's notes for people to take notes, things like that. And so it's been such a value to people. They're like, man, I got my first property. I'm working on some deals. I talked to my cousin and she's going to let me use her property and we're going to turn it into a rental. So I've gotten so many great testimonials and value of people that have read the book because it was written in a way that can help them. So we have mostly questions about the cost. And so that's why I'm just trying to answer all of them. And again, this is not a sales pitch. This is an invitation. Okay. This is an invitation. Me and Sherrie, we are doing very well for ourselves and we are having a party and we want to invite you to the party. Like you can be an author, you can be a speaker, you can come on webinars, you can have your own YouTube channel, you could be worldwide, international, Dr. Sherrie in Dubai and in China and all of these things with your book. Okay. So we're going to end it there. We have gone over in time. Dr. Sherrie, I absolutely thank you so much. Everyone listening, I absolutely love you so much. I just want to make sure that you have all of the resources, all of the tools, and all of the knowledge that you need to be successful. This is Noelle. To your success. Bye, guys.